Oh, for sake. Oh, crumbs. Okay, where are we? Good afternoon, good evening, whatever it is. Good evening, everybody. Been a busy old day, both in the office and also working on the channel and stuff today. We are on the new stream tonight, just seeing how things are going to go. And we are into ACC for this one. I want to get going pretty quickly because I am a few minutes late. But before I do that, I just wanted to mention that the plan going forwards from about 7:30 onwards, assuming I can work this out, we're going to be doing ACC lobbies. And my plan is, as you can see, if I just make it bigger, across the bottom of the screen here, the far left, I've got Zolder, Monza, Brands Hatch, Silverstone, Paul Ricard, Misano, Spa, Hungaroring, Nürburgring, Barcelona, and then we get into Zandvoort, Imola, etc. What I want to do is I want to go from left to right through the tracks. Then we'll get into the DLC tracks, and I might have a look at those in the new year, basically running maybe one or two of the basic tracks that are in the game that everybody's got, and then one of the DLC tracks afterwards. So for tonight, we're going to be starting off at Monza, then we're going to go Brands Hatch and then Silverstone. We're in the GT3 cars, and the custom weekend I'm setting up is going to be a practice length of 10 minutes, a qualifying length of 5, race length of 10. So that's going to give us basically about a 25-minute turnaround. And then we've got a pit stop in there as well to do, which a lot of people said that they quite fancied. So if I now create the lobby, theoretically, my friends will be able to find that lobby via my profile page. So it's going to be very interesting to see if this works and to see who jumps in now. So I believe that the actual race weekend has already started. So that 10-minute countdown has started already. And what I'm going to need to do is obviously get to the point where we're starting pretty promptly. How well this is going to work, I really haven't got a clue. We will have to see. I've got 9 people watching at the moment, I believe. And I can see in the chat, we've got Faz, good evening, and Galactical, good evening to both of you. I've been talking to quite a few people about how this might work. I want to say a big thank you to Jonesy and Mad Mikey, who's been doing some checks for us this afternoon. Jonesy did a test with Ninja, where he believes that if you've done the first part of the game, the Lambo part, then that will then enable you to get into some of the DLC packs if the host has got the DLC pack. Now, I've got all of them, so I'm hoping that that is going to work. So I went to your page. Only option I had was request to join, and I pressed it. Right, so where do I see a request to join? Request to join Assetto Corsa. Invite to game. Invite to game. Okay, so I've got Jono and Mad Mikey. So I don't actually get a notification of that, which is a bit of a pain. I was hoping that you guys would just be able to join by going to the profile page. But it looks like I am going to need to keep an eye on the on my page, on my notifications. Unless they do come up on the screen and I didn't see it. So that might be the case. We will have to see. So I've got Mad Mikey and Jono in. One of the other things I'm going to do is I'm going to mute the voice chat, just so that it doesn't upset the stream. The stream is running at 60 frames per second at the moment. The only thing I've got running on that machine is OBS. Now I've got all of my normal chat and everything else is now running on my laptop. So I'm now spread across 3 screens here. You still think the messages way of doing it? The problem I've got with the messages, Mike, is I had a number of people overnight that contacted me saying, why are you sending me invitations? John, for instance, had 3 invitations from me yesterday, and he was busy. And I had somebody else that messaged me to say, yeah, I play on Assetto Corsa, but I didn't want to race last night. Why are you sending me invitations? So unless people are actually going to register for that evening, I am struggling at the moment to... I'm struggling for a way to actually handle this, if I'm perfectly honest. I really hoped that people would be able to go to my profile and say, yeah, I want to join, and join that way. And again, for everybody that's out there watching, we are experimenting with this. We're trying to find a way that this is going to work for everybody. And I don't know if we've got this right or not. I mean, I know for a fact that Jack Kobe wanted to join us this evening. So I'll invite Jack. I don't know who else to invite. That is my biggest problem with this. Mad Mikey's in. And I don't want to spam people. I don't want to be that guy that is sending out millions of requests to people to join us. Let me just push one out to Unfazed. I don't know if Unfazed is working. Well, in fact, I can't even see. There he is. Let's just see what happens now. But the trouble is, I think if I'm too late and too long messing around, then even I'm going to miss the start of the race. So let's just get in and see where we're at. So where are we? So yeah, we are. See, I set up a 10-minute free practice session, and we're 5 minutes into it. So yeah, this is. I've been Googling it. I've not really found out any decent way of doing this, other than people register actually in Discord, and then all I do is bring those people in. Oh, I've got a problem now straight away. Because my wheel. Let me just try doing this. If I change the profile to 2, and then I change the profile back to 5, I wonder if that will work. Nope. Ah. Yeah, the audio's fine. Okay, so I think this is the other thing that I'm going to need to do, is I'm going to need to set up my wheel before I go in, because this has not picked up my wheel at all. Let me just try changing the True Force audio, put it to 21. Just get around this corner and out the way of people, because that is going to be impossible to race with. Hi, Fraud Monkey. That is got... I have got no feeling in my wheel whatsoever. It's like I'm driving on ice. No, looks like I'm going to have to run this with no feeling in my wheel whatsoever. Which is going to be very, very strange. What I'll need to do is, after this, when I set up the next race weekend, I'll need to reboot my PS5, and when we start the next race, do that. This is awfully strange feeling. I'm just flicking through my profiles as well, and that none of them, they're all the same.
Yellow flag in sector 3.
The problem I have is I can't turn off my wheel and restart it like I would with Gran Turismo, because the game won't recognise it. It will flick over to the controller. I have to start the game with the wheel connected. So still more work to be done to work out the nuances of this this game. Right, okay, so
Green light, go,
if I turn it off now, that is going to cause me problem. Wow, let me just try another profile. Profile number 2. Let's see what happens. To drive. Still nothing there. All right, we're just going to have to go with it.
slow car ahead.
Right, this is only the out lap, so we don't need to be racing those guys. Whoa, this is so hard without any force feedback.
Car on the left. Clear on the left.
Right, so Jack, if you're listening, all you got to do is put qualifying time in, and then I'll try and talk you through the race start, because that race start sequence gets a bit complicated. Oh, this is horrible. It's just like I'm racing with my wheel turned off. Very strange feeling. I might get hold of Logitech and see if there's anything that I can do about this. Jack, you'd be better off overtaking me, mate, because I've got all sorts of issues. How does the... Oh, no, Baz, I can't unplug and plug it back in again. As soon as it disconnects from the game, that's it. I cannot reconnect the wheel at all. Oh, that lap's invalidated. That's like, even if what I did a little while ago is I was running a long race and I left it on pause and I came back and the wheel had like turned itself off, gone like in hibernate mode, and as soon as I started everything up again, I couldn't do anything. And if I touch the controller, this is so hard to race like this. If I touch the controller, then it locks the whole game out. I've got no control. I've got no controller or wheel, so it's a bit of a pain in the neck, I have to say. I know what the fix is, and the fix is to physically turn off the PlayStation, turn it back on again. Whoa. I think I'm gonna be a complete I'm just gonna get everybody's way if I'm not careful in this race. Whoa.
We've got some severe damage on the front of the car.
Come on.
We've got light damage in the rear.
Right, for all of you that are new to the game, when you go into pits, you must be down to first gear and below 31 miles per hour, or whatever that is in kilometers per hour, before you hit the pit limiter line. And the pit limiter line is the one that's got the, I think it's the 50-kilometer sign at the side. So just bear in mind that you must slow down before that pit limiter line, otherwise you wind up with a humongous penalty, a very large penalty. I'm very reluctant to unplug the wheel. I'm very reluctant to restart the wheel or anything right now. if I'm perfectly honest.
Mandatory stop is now clear. Come on, let's go.
Okay, so the qualifying has actually finished now, so I'm just going to wait here in the pits for the moment. You can see the other face car in front is in the Ferrari. Don't know that I can get out and see what other people are doing. So, right, okay. Right, now, for those of you that are new to this, you need to press the drive buttons. You need to press X to go into drive. Then what will happen is we'll go away from the line when it says. So you can see session start in 15 seconds. There'll be a little grid that will come up. You need to keep your car within the green sector. When we get to the line, you've got to, or just before the line, you've got to hold the speed. It will tell you 40 miles an hour speed or thereabouts. You hold that until you get the green light and then you can go. So that is the start procedure. So there is the little green thing. So you can see I've got to go quicker. I don't run into unfazed in front. But what I've got to try and do is just to keep my little white marker going too fast in the green area. And you can do that with brake, with a throttle. Sometimes they say it's better to ride the brakes, get some heat in the front tyres. And I've got to keep left and the others have got to keep right. So unfazed just going brake in there. He's not brake checking me. It's probably because he was going a bit too quick. Right, now we've got to take this up to about 40 and hold that in the green to the line. And then we can go. And now it's full race conditions. That's how your start is.
Car on the right. Clear on the right.
And I'm going to take this extremely careful because I have got no steering feeling whatsoever.
Car on the right.
And I don't want to get any negative points on my stats right now. So I'm quite happy just to follow around at the back on this one. Now you have got to do a mandatory pit stop in this. When you do it, it's up to you, but you've got to do it when the pit window is open. And the pit window is pretty much open straight away. In a longer race, the pit window will be open for a much shorter period of time, I would imagine. As in a shorter percentage of time. This is a lesson for me to make sure that my wheel is working. So what I need to do is to go into a race before I start the stream, just to make sure that everything's all hunky-dory. Got a couple of guys going in the pits. I'm also hoping, depending on how things run, to be doing slightly longer races if I can. I'd like to get into 15-minute races. Which basically will be a 10-minute practice, 5-minute quali, and then a 15-minute race. If we can get that turned around quickly enough, so that we don't impact too much on the Gran Turismo 7 lobbies at 9 o'clock. And I think that ACC does pretty much run the schedule for me. Actually, it will jump in very quickly into the next race weekend if I don't cancel it out fast enough. So I've got track limit there again, trying to go around these corners without any force feedback is weird. I've got no feeling when I go over the curbs. I can't feel when the tyres are at the limit or anything. I'm used to having like a little rumble when the tyres are at the limits and when they're going over the features. I've got none of that right now, which is really weird. Really, really, really weird. What's my favourite GR3 in Gran Turismo 7 at the moment? The problem with Gran Turismo is there's so many cars. My favourite one... yeah. I ain't got too many. That's going to be a... Went way too fast into there. And I haven't asked it to change. I don't want to change the tyres and I don't want to do the bodywork and suspension. So you could see me just changing that in the HUD as we came in there, just to say don't make those changes, although I am going to have a horrendous 37 stop-go penalty. But for me, this one is all over because I really can't drive very well with this car like this. I like the Genesis. I like the M6. Yeah, Genesis M6, I think. There we go. So I got a 30-second stop-go penalty in a 10-minute race, Kilshire race, and that was for speeding in the pit lane. I didn't know where the pit lane lines were, and one of them came up a little bit too quickly on me. One of the key things in ACC, and one of the fastest lessons that I learned, is for every single track you need to know where that pit limiter line is. You've got to have this car in first gear down to 30 miles per hour, 50 kilometers per hour before you get there, otherwise you are in serious trouble. This game frowns on pit lane speeding massively, really does frown on it. Oh, but when you've got no feeling in the brake pedal or the steering, it's really strange. And you can see I've got a stop-go penalty because if you look at the bottom left-hand corner of the graphic, it's going to be very small on some of your screens. You'll see next to my name it's got SG30. A stop-go 30. That tells you all of the penalties. Also, you could see up in the top right-hand corner, car 82, which is mine, must change that. It's got a stop-go 30 seconds for speeding in a pit lane, and I've got 3 laps in which I can take that penalty. Well, in this short race, I might as well just come straight in. But I do now know that what I need to do is brake very, very early and get this down into first gear. So you need to have done it by this point here. Once you go over there, the pit limiter kicks in and you can go up to 31 miles per hour or 50 k's. Obviously I can't do anything with the car. I just got to serve the pit stop, the stop and go. But literally we're going to be sitting here for 30 seconds whilst this is done, and there's nothing I can do. So the engine will stop and we'll just sit here and wait and wait and wait. Paul Sturgeon, do you have any idea for a car I could do a livery for? Finally have some more time off from army for the next few days. Whatever car you want, really. Whatever car you want. Right, I'm going to be able to get going again. Right, so now what we'll do is we'll leave it in first gear until we get to the end of the 50. So pit out, at which time we can then knock that up into second gear. Do not go up into second gear before you've exited the pits, because it will take you over the 30 or 50 kilometers and then you're in for another stop and go. penalty. How do I know? Because in one of the first races I ever did, I wound up with 2 stop-go penalties, which was horrendous. Paul Sturgeon, if you're looking at GR3s, the Lamborghini is the meta car at the moment. That's the one that a lot of people are jumping into. So that might be one to do. Whoa, don't go over. I don't know why I've got this line on. I really don't need this green line for this track. Jack Kobe's going well. He only got the game this afternoon. He's 1.8 off of Mikey. At the moment, Mikey is becoming the best racing driver that we've got in ACC at the moment within the community. Unfazed, right hot on his heels. Dark Avenger in 4th. Jono 5th. And I'm bringing up the rear in 6th. Overshot that one. You can see how light my steering wheel is that I could turn it with one finger. For those of you that think I'm pulling your legs, no, I'm not. Incidentally, it'd be really useful to know how the stream is running tonight, whether I've got any lag or whether it's running fine. I've got a slightly different setup tonight where I'm just using my streaming PC to run OBS, and all of the supporting stuff is on a second machine now, my work laptop. Thank you, John, for the quick like. I appreciate that. Thank you very much. And Full Stern Gaming, thank you ever so much for the sub on this channel. That's very much appreciated. Thank you. Right, so we have finished now. Whoa. Right, you'll see I've got a track limit warning there that's come up. You can have 4 track limit warnings and then you're in trouble. Then you're into a some sort of stop and go or some sort of pit lane penalty, I believe. I haven't had one of those yet. You'll also notice ACC is quite clever in that if I do have a track limit, if I do go outside of the track limits but I don't make up any time, then it will just give me a warning that I've exceeded the track limits but no time was gained, so it doesn't count against you. You only lose or get a strike if you have made up time through your excursion through the corner or to cut a corner or whatever. So as a racer, you are in full control, and you can see that warning track cuts just to the bottom left there, to the right of the HUD. So at all times I can see exactly where I'm at, as well as the race engineer calling it out as well, audibly in the game. You know when a race is over because you're going to get colourful smoke. There you go, track limits, no time gained. So that one didn't actually count against me. Right, then if you want to just come into the pits, all you need to do is bring your car to a stop, and then you can push the options button and return to garage and confirm, and then that will then put you into the garage. So if we go into the tables, Mad Mikey was the winner there in the Bentley Continental with an 11.47. 4.1 seconds behind Jack Kobe in second in the Ferrari. Unfazed 14 seconds behind in the Ferrari. Jono 30 seconds behind again in the Ferrari. I was fifth in the BMW, 103 seconds behind. The Dark Avenger looks like they didn't actually finish that one yet in the McLaren 720. So congratulations to Mad Mikey. Then we've got Amateur. Well, we're all in that category at the moment. And Silver, Unfazed, was the one person in Silver. So, and I believe that is the lap times for Unfazed. But let's just go back. And I am going to... what I'm going to do now is to quit, confirm, leave the track. I'm going to turn off my wheel and turn it back on again, just to see if I can get some life back into it. Jack, I'm hoping to do 3. I'm hoping for 3. So we've done Monza, and then we'll carry on over to the next one in a moment. So I'm just going to see if my wheel will actually come to life for me. Yeah, I've got nothing. So restarting the wheel within the game, what I'm going to do is go into play Formula 1. No disc. Yeah, that's fine. Go back into Assetto Corsa. And again, I've got nothing on the wheel. It won't work at all. So I have literally I've got no choice. I have to restart my PlayStation. It's a real pain. It's a real pain. So even coming out of the game and going back in the game, it still won't register the wheel. And all I did there was literally turn the wheel off and on. So basically unplugged it and plugged it back in again. So there we go. Let's just get this one sorted out. Which then means I believe that I've got to start the lobby without touching my controller. Start the lobby, and then you guys will need to send invite requests again to me, and then we'll get going. The only advantage to me doing this, hosting it, rather than some of you, is at least I'm streaming and you guys can see what's going on. You can see what the delay is. Whereas if you weren't streaming, the host would now be floundering a little bit, thinking, oh, what do I do? What do I do? What do I do? Right, let's get the wheel started. And then we'll see if we can get back into this one. So it's not quite streamer and lobby friendly as Gran Turismo. I think that's basically because it's sort of really thinking you're going to be doing longer races. It does seem to be geared up for much longer races rather than the quick jump in, jump out races that we've been doing. So I believe that what I need to do initially is to set up the room. And then you guys will be able to request to join. I think that's how this is working. Faz, definitely need to sort the wheel. I know, and I don't know what the answer is. I've Googled it. There's nothing on Google. There's nothing anywhere. All I'm hoping is that Assetto Corsa Evo is going to have this sorted out better than it is in this game. Right, so I need to come down to server list, create private lobby. The circuit we're now doing is Brands Hatch. Never run this one. This is brand new to me. Custom race weekend, 10 minutes, 5, 10. That'll do. So that's 25 minutes. Pit window. That's all good. Create lobby. The guys should now be able to find me. Unfortunately, the problem with my friends list is it's so long that it's very difficult for me to find everybody and to invite them in, and also remember who was in the game a moment ago. Mad Mikey was. I think Jono was. I'm inviting a few people that I know I don't need to. Right, I'll see how that's fixed, and then if I go into here, and then we'll see. So Unface is in, Jones is in, Jacoby's in. So again, I think what I've got to do is I've just got to have a list of people, and I did have a look at the groups, but the groups seem to work a bit weird. I thought I could create a group of people that I could just create and then just invite. But again, getting a little bit awkward on that side of things. So, right, nobody else in there. So I'm going to start as driver. I'm hoping to goodness that my wheel is sorted out now. It's still awfully light. Oh no, now it's heavy. First time out in Gran Turismo for this one. Whoa, there's little bollards on that corner. Oh dear, nearly dropped it on the curb there. Right, completely ignoring that line right now. Right, one of the things I do want to do, and I suggest that you guys that are new around here, I do want to have a look and see where that pit limiter line is. So when we go into the pits, we know exactly where we need to get it slowed down to. Or you can overshoot. I wasn't sure, but you can certainly overshoot if you're not careful. Did I overshoot?
Mandatory stop is now clear. Come on, let's go.
Okay, 1 minute 13 of free practice left. Got a yellow flag in sector 3. Plenty of time before we hit that. Tell you what, when these cars start to go, they sure go. Got a car coming through. I think I'll probably reduce the practice to 3 minutes for the next one. So 5 minutes for the next one. Oi, oi, oi. Too deep.
Session is now over.
So the point is you've got like 2 minutes of wait time now. So although this was set up as a 10-minute practice session, that's actually now turned into a little bit longer. Although it has flicked through. So now we are into the quali session. So we've got 5 minutes of quali to run. Make sure to keep it in first gear as you're coming out of the pits. And the front tyres are slightly underinflated at the moment, so we just want to try and get a little bit of heat in those. Better. Yeah, the profile thing is not necessarily going to work very well. If I just return to garage and confirm, then I jump out, then if I go to notifications, Dark Avenger invite. Okay, so that's that invite done. I just got to keep looking at invites, I think. Requesting the invite. Fraud Monkey, yeah, the wheel is working now. Jonesy, I think, is in. Jonesy is in. GDAD, can't you use profile join and let them join rather than invite? Yeah, people have got to request GDAD. People have got to request to join. And like I just did with Ernie, I've then got to accept it. So I need people to be shouting out, and you need to be putting at PlayStation Racer so I can see when people want to jump in. But yeah, I mean, people are going to need to request to join. It's a little bit clunky. It's not like Gran Turismo. And I've got to stick to a very tight schedule because I'm already over because of the overrun on the little session. So there's an overrun on the practice, there's an overrun on the quali, and there's an overrun on the race that all adds up to quite a few minutes. Especially if we start doing a longer track. So what I'm going to have to start doing is documenting the lap times so that I can work out how long to do. Actually, I can just do it on time, can't I? It's a 10-minute race. But at least the wheel is now working, which is good.
Car on the right. Clear on the right. Car on the right. Clear on the right. Yellow flag in sector 1.
Ugh. Kobe is all over me. Oh, got to bounce off the curb there.
On the left. Clear on the left.
So Jack Kobe is already set the bench, I think. Oh no, Mad Mikey, I think, has just gone faster. So, right, so now what we've got to do is we need to hit drive, and then we've got to wait for 20 seconds whilst things get sorted out. So we've got, I think we've got Mad Mikey, Jack Kobe, Greg, Unfazed, Jono, Ernie Ball, Jonesy, Faz, and then me. So, it's probably the biggest race we've had so far, this one. So Ernie is into this one, thank goodness.
Stay in double file.
Oh, we've got somebody's just disappeared. Right, so what we've got to do is not run into the back of Jonesy, but we need to get going because we need to be in the green area, otherwise we're going to get a false start. And now we need to keep this in the green area, keeping to our side of the track. And it will go green in a moment. So we need to keep it around the 40 whilst not running into the car in front.
Window is opening.
And then we're off.
Green light, show them where you go.
Voila, being thrown up already.
Car on the right. Clear on the right. Car on the right. Clear on the right.
Whoa!
Car on the left. Clear on the left.
Go on. Jonesy catching me out on the brake in there. They're going to carry on. I think I'm going to come in. I am going to come in. Let's do the pit stop. Get that out of the way. Hopefully get some clean air. This is the only thing with ACC is when people are braking is not what we used to brake in Gran Turismo.
Mandatory stop is now clear. Let's go, 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 go.
Hopefully now with some clear air I can make some tracks. Stay off the grass, Mitchell. Who's that in front of me? Is that unfazed? Be a good car to chase. If it is, too deep. Whoa. No, 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 no. Get your tyres.
Yellow flag ahead, be careful. There's a slow car up ahead.
Bro, he's quick in a straight line.
Car on the left. Clear on the left.
No. Overtaking in this is hard. That's the thing I'm finding hardest. Is when you get in traffic and you're trying to make an overtake. Very, very, very hard. Something I've got to learn to cope with. I need to bring my laptop closer really to read. It's a bit too far away really. Oh, Mikey's got problems with his PlayStation, getting in trouble to getting it to load up and stuff. That's not good.
Leaders on final lap.
It looks like we've got Greg is out front at the moment. Unfazed in second. Jack Coby's in third at the moment. John O's in fourth. I'm going fifth. Jones is sixth at the moment. Ernie Ball in seventh. And Faz in eighth. Looks like that is where we are at the moment. Let's see if we can bring this one home without any more incidents. We've got a slow car up ahead. I don't know who that is.
Yellow flag is up to me. The leader has finished the race.
So we had our little excursion, didn't do us any good there.
Right, race is over. Good job, mate. You get back.
So we've gained 2 trust points for finishing the race. And our SA ranking is now up to 59. That's the one that you need to bring up to get into like the championship and the online, some online stuff, I think. I need to Google and find out what all of the other ones mean. My TR's just gone green to 60. Whoa, whatever that is. Let's just park that up, I think, and return to the garage. I don't think we're going to get time for another one because we are time is getting on. But so as far as the, I get a bit confused with this. Free practice, qualifying. Okay, so the race, you Dark Avenger was your winner with a 10:50.1. Jack Kobe in second with the fastest lap, 7.1 behind. Jono, 11 in third behind. Unfazed in fourth, 15 seconds behind. I got fifth. I probably don't need to talk about the interval and stuff, really. So I got fifth. Jonesy sixth, Ernie Ball seventh, and Faz in eighth. And I think at that point now, we're not really going to have enough time for another one. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to quit out of there. Although I said that we would do 3, I'm going to need to just play around with the timings a little bit. Me having to reset my wheel probably didn't help very much in all of that, if I'm perfectly honest. But what I would then need to do is to come out, go multiplayer, and then set up another one. So the next race that we will do, don't really want to do that either. Can I look at the tracks? I can look at the team. Not really. So let's just come out of there. For those of you that are interested, if you go into driver, this is where you can change your suit, and then you've got stats. Mine are really sad looking. So at Zolder, I've got 62 valid laps, 92 invalid laps. At least that's come up. At one point, I was way worse. 17 races there, 10 finished, 1 win, 5 podiums, 11 penalties served, I think that is. Monza, 30 laps done, 36 invalid, 3 races. Silverstone, valid laps 9, invalid laps 13. You can tell, been learning that one. Then we come down to Spa. I've got 0 valid laps and 6 valid laps. Interesting, you've got Silverstone and Silverstone 2018. So it seems we've got 2 Silverstone tracks here. Valid 1 and invalid 1 of each. Yeah, so there we go. There you go. There we are. There we are. There we are. And you can actually go, so Monza, you can go in and you can get more information if you want to. So I've done 6 in the BMW, 11 invalid, 6 valid in the BMW. And the Bentley, I got 7 invalid and no valid laps at all. And then I haven't used any of the other cars on Monza. For Silverstone, weird how I've not got, oh yeah, there we go, driven. So BMW only on there. So those are the stats that you can see. And then there is a customize where you can then go in and customize the suits if you want to. And then your rating. So at the moment I'm 72 total. Don't understand any of this. You can see my trend went up and it's pretty flat. My bronze FIA driver category. The car control 88, consistency 87, track competence 61. Safety again 59, that's the one I'm working on. Racecraft 21, so my racecraft is not very good. Basically getting past cars I'm not very good at. So how to improve. The total points combine the rating indicator values and game usage statistics and represent the overall experience of the player. Depending on their total amount, the user is assigned with a bronze, silver or gold FIA driving license. In order to improve, it is necessary to play according to rating system indicators and spending time on track driving. So basically, you know, this is really a key part of the game where you can get a lot more information. You've also got the career, special events I've not looked at, single player where you can just do practicing on your own. And then you've got the, you can change the options if you wish to. Jack Kobe, I don't understand it yet, but it's great fun. It is really, really, really cool. Really good. So I think what I'm going to do at that point is I'm going to come out of ACC. I am going to load up Gran Turismo because from 9 o'clock we're going to be doing the lobby races. So I'll load that one up now. And the other thing that I need to do at this point is to say goodbye to you on this stream. And then I'll be opening up another one in just a moment. So I'll see you on the other side if you're going to join us for Gran Turismo. If not, thank you ever so much for racing with us in ACC. And I hope to be back with more of this in the new year, because I'm not going to be doing, well, I'll probably be doing some between Christmas and the new year, but I haven't got anything scheduled. So watch the Discord for what might be happening tomorrow. We might get a few done tomorrow before we get into the Friday night special. We'll see. But I'll see you then. For now, take care. Bye bye.